Hello and welcome to Luna and the
And the
Druid,
Druid. Hi.
a channel where we talk about magic, spirituality, Wheel of Year, and and of course tarot. But these weeks, the last weeks of the last season and the first weeks of the new season, which starts today, we'll talk about the elements. And today, the element is Earth. Earth, a fabulous element. And before we start, I even want to bring up a little affirmation for you to read. I am not spirit having a human experience. I am the earth itself, learning how to dream. My body is the laboratory. My life is the gold. Hello, Luna. How are you?
Hi. Whose words were those? Do you know who you were quoting?
This was a quote that just came up. I used the quote. I am a spirit having a human experience.
It was a really
And of course
lovely
I had
one.
to connect it with the earth. I sometimes say, what how does the element earth work? I say, pinch me. And when I pinch myself, I know this is solid.
Yes, the groundness. But before we jump into it, I would like to ground ourselves into hellos. Claire already says hello in the chat, same as M.
And Miss
Beautiful,
Matthias. Hello, Matthias. Welcome.
beautiful. Hi, Matthias. Beautiful Earth, Mother Gaia, the very existence that connects us. That's a lovely one, Claire. I
Yeah,
absolutely
it's
love
super
it.
duper.
Yes.
So yeah, warm welcome to everyone. Last week we created our new project, Three Seers Tarot, together with Julie. Today we're back on uh, normal, as far as you can speak of normal with us.
We can actually call ourselves the normal.
I would say
That's
I'm
our.
weird, but I'm not stupid.
Mm.
And
Yes.
yeah, the element of earth. So it's like I said, pinch myself. It's our grounding energy.
Yeah.
Did you know? You know the correspondences of all the 22 major arcana cards in the tarot.
Yes, I
We
do.
have 12 zodiac signs. We have 7 planets. Together, that's 19, and we have only 22 cards. So, what are the other three? The other three are 3 elements. The Fool is the element of air. The Hangman, the Hanged One, is the element of water. Judgment, card number 20, is the element of fire. And there is no element of air.
Hmm.
So it's a forgotten element. That's the big paradox that we were talking about in the description. That sometimes it even looks if Earth is not important, if it doesn't exist, where's the Earth? Says Claire. Well, Claire, um, Aleister Crowley, the one whose deck I work with, in his book says the Earth is the stage, and the Earth are the players, the physical players. And like you can't see your own eyes, Earth cannot experience itself others than through experience itself. So the Earth is the stage where everything happens. Without the Earth, nothing would be. It's the manifesting of all there is.
Exactly. That's what I was going to say. The earth is the element of mother and manifestation. It's in the soil, in the stone, in roots, in our bones, in the seasons. It moves slowly, but builds patiently. It nurtures and values being continuous, continuity over speed.
Yeah. And what's so funny that in the modern days, of course, Earth is no longer an element because we have about 130 elements, I believe, which are all the molecules and atoms building together. Uh, uh, these are the building blocks of reality. But in the old age, everything's solid. was was the element of earth.
Mm.
We had elements, of course, that could do both jobs. We know of water that when it goes below freezing point, it becomes solid as well. Or when it goes above 100 degrees, it vaporizes. So water does a lot. Water doesn't do fire. Water extinguishes fire, but it serves as itself and two other elements. So that's interesting. Um, the element of earth is often used in alchemy. Alchemy is the magic of manifestation and creation. I don't want to go too deep into alchemy. I think we might have a topic for a separate episode or a
Yeah.
series of episodes because alchemy is really big. But the trick of alchemy is that the lowest element would be called lead, and the highest element would be called gold.
Mm.
The lead resides in Saturn, in the farthest of the seven traditional astrological planets, and the gold is represented by the sun. And alchemy would be a process that, in the real world, in the manifested world, turns lead into gold through 6 or 7 iterations. Um, we never have proof that it works. It's said that you need a philosopher's stone to make it happen. You heard of the philosopher's stone? It's not just a Harry Potter book, but it's a real alchemical stone. It's a catalyst of alchemical processes, and from alchemy, that's the last thing I say about alchemy. Um, we have now moved into spiritual alchemy, where we turn spiritual lead, which is heavy feelings, low vibrations, bad vibrations, into spiritual gold, which is good vibrations and happiness and richness and wealth and health and everything. And that's modern alchemy, which is a spiritual path.
Mm. Interesting. Well said. But I would love to go back to the basics for just a little while
Of course.
because the earth's law is that nothing grows without the roots. In other words, that gold, that spiritual abundance cannot be achieved without having solid roots, solid connection to the earth. So let's start to connect to the element of earth within the
Yeah.
body and embodiment of the element of earth. The associate areas would be legs, feet, hips, pelvis, bones, joints, connective tissue, as well as some could say skin as a boundary between the self and the world.
Yeah. And on the boundary, I think if we go from the physical to the more spiritual, we have the root chakra, of course, which is
Yes,
chakra that represents our earth connection. And
it is a
so that's
first chakra which develops and opens after we come into our beautiful bodies as children, as newborn. So the root chakra, it's the connection to the earth, connection between the physical and the energetical. This is where the roots grow from energetically for us to
yeah,
keep ourselves grounded.
yeah. And what is your vision, Luna, on vibrations? We in the spiritual world, we love high vibrational energies. We love, we love positive vibrations, and but we know, and that's probably also one of the big paradoxes, that Earth vibrates at a lower frequency because of its solidity. What's your vision on that?
Absolutely. It's a dense energy. I think, as far as I remember, the Earth's heartbeat is very low. Um, and because of that, things manifest here slower because they need time, because the matter has to move through the world of dense energy. That's why in spiritual world and spiritual truth. I hope you can still hear me and not the rain throughout the storm, because it's pretty intense and heavy.
To me,
Hope
it's okay.
I hope you cannot hear it, because it's actually hard to concentrate. It's raining so much, but apparently we have a good system, audio system. Anyway, that's why the energy within spirit, within dreams, we can see immediately the results. We can close our eyes, imagine something, and feel it how it's already there. However, within the physical world, within the physical matter, within the earth element, the body, resources, things take a little bit longer.
Yeah. And do you actually know why that is a good thing?
Oh my
We,
goodness, if we could think of a green elephant and immediately it would show up in my living room, I would be in trouble.
so that's the thing. It's like you say, think of a sports car and just crashes through your living room. It's
Yes.
or the elephant. It's really important that the manifested world takes its time and takes its time to manifest, so that like you said, that's not the things we do in our minds that can change immediately. We can heal in seconds as we see the light. And in Buddhism you call enlightenment also a moment of satori, and the second before you reach it there's nothing, or there's an idea that it is there, and then it's like flipping a switch and boom, enlightenment kicks in. And that's the big difference, that the slowness and the slow vibrations of Earth, they have this function, uh, and so they also have this function of creating through density. We create time. If we had no density, we wouldn't have time. Time came with the Big Bang, when things started coming into manifestation. Otherwise,
Yeah.
everything would happen at the same moment.
Let me pause you for a second,
Do
because Claire has a great comment. Thinking that our help
in, integrate network.
network of veins and arteries are as the above of to the roots as below. Our lifeblood pulses the physical body as roots grow and nourish underground. Absolutely well said.
Yeah,
And
I
I
love.
also saw Iron Firehorse saying hello, and she said she loves the rain. Can you actually hear it? Let me know, guys. I'm curious. Back to the earth, though.
Yeah. In your spiritual path, is Earth a major element, or do you regard it as just one of them?
Within my spiritual practice, I celebrate 5 elements,
Yep.
which is obviously water, air, fire, the earth, and the ether. However, I shared one story with Jan before we went live, obviously forbidding him to say anything about it. And now I'm going to say it, because the moment you said about tarot and those 3 elements, that was actually the triangle I mentioned before. So let me quickly tell you this story first. Recently, on one of my Theta healing courses, Theta healing is the healing modality I am exploring and expanding in, we were connecting with our main element, the element we were born with. For some people, it's the same zodiac element. For others, it was different. What I saw within my elements was actually a triangle of elements flowing and interconnecting. And those elements were actually the air, fire, and water. And the earth was below that. So the triangle was hovering above the earth. And when you said this, Tarot, I had an epiphany, understanding why I am so connected to tarot and why do I feel the same. That whoever knows me as a private person will confirm that yes, I'm usually flying in different dimensions, and I'm rarely on planet Earth. And it's not because I'm not rooted. It's just I'm laughing that that element is very foreign to me, which is
Yeah.
only half true.
Yeah.
But yes, I'm at least connected to the element of earth, I suppose. Because
Of
to
course.
me, the element of earth is the body, is the physical, is the bones, the structure. And without this, nothing else would be possible as a human being, because this is my connection between the spirit and the earth itself, Mother Earth, Mother Gaia. And I am the embodiment of the element of earth, which is within me, as well as the other elements as well.
Yeah. Yeah. So what I actually see in my Druidic tradition, where Earth is where we are from and where we come from, and then connected uh, to Luna and the Druid, then you are the celestial body,
Yes, absolutely.
and
That's
I
what it is.
and I'm the rock,
Yeah,
and of course,
truly.
and we are the above and the below. You are the above, I'm the below, and that doesn't mean higher or lower. No, it's
Not at
where we
all.
reside, where we live, and we're both airy creatures. We're both Geminis, so
Yes.
we go where the wind takes us, and we shape ourselves to the universe, but from a just a different
Mhm.
perspective, and that's
However,
yeah.
in whatever work we do, the first elements me or you connect is the earth. By grounding, by growing roots, whatever spiritual practice, if it's before reading cards, opening a circle, doing some magic, meditation, journaling, whatever, sending roots down to Mother Earth, grounding is the key. It's if you're not going to do it, you can fly away and potentially get lost.
Yeah,
So,
and actually, yeah, actually, in Druid ceremonies, we always start with taking a few breaths, and the first breath is always with the earth below us,
yes.
and the second one with the skies above us, and the
Mm,
third one with the water surrounding us, even a fourth one with the fire in our hearts,
mhm.
and
And
the
bellies.
ether, and ether or spirit guiding us all. So it's definitely it's the ground of everything. In the Druid tradition, we of course we are creatures that have a very good connection with Earth because Druids, like for instance the Native Americans and the Aborigines in the southern hemisphere, were very much aligned with nature, with structure. Uh, the Druids, I don't say all the Druids, but a good chunk of Druids are like. What you call them animist have an animistic worldview, so they see the divine in in earthy things, in a mountain, in a tree, in a rock, um, in things you can touch, you. And of course you can feel that. I know that you too, and we all have, many of us spiritual people have a connection with stones, with the lapis lazuli or citrinas, or whatever stone we like, and these stones have a soul too. And so that's earth embodied, soul embodied, and then we have our mother, our Gaia, Mother Earth, and then we see Earth as a vessel, as a womb where we are born from. We also do in our transformative, so our new life, in our life phase rituals, we go into the womb. So we take either caves, or we build a structure where you go in, transform, and come out again. And that's also Earth. And so we say Earth is the cauldron of Ceridwen, is the cauldron of where wisdom and magic and transformation takes place. And that's, like you said, roots and seeds, the same transformation as we as people go through.
Mhm.
So
Did
there's
you
the
ever?
Druid.
Yeah, go ahead.
That's where Druidry and Earth. That's why they are so connected, because we are of the Earth.
And did you ever think of a connection between the earth and psychological aspects of the element of earth? Have you ever wondered what kind of connections would be there?
No, but enlighten me,
Huh.
please.
Well, when Earth is balanced, we feel calm, steady, reliable, patient, and present. When the Earth is active and balanced, we set clear boundaries, we trust in timing, and we are able to receive support because when our root chakra is balanced, it gives us feeling of safety, and feeling of safety allows us to create the feeling of calm and trust and of being here and now, loving our life. But when the earth is depleted, we may feel anxious, we may feel scattered energy, we may overthink, we may be disconnected from the body. I certainly have many times experienced that type of experience, being totally disconnected from the body, escaping. You may have difficulty in resting because of feeling anxious and unwell, and obviously up to neglecting your basic needs. Um, so it's important to have it balanced because whatever is within the excess or where it's too little of it, we may fear change. We may be overly stagnant and not to move, have attachments to certain routines to control. So this is important to remember that that element which builds the structure and stability, it's not within the body, it's not within the spiritual world, but it's also in our minds as well. So I want you to think about it next time. When you feel anxious, when you feel that something's rising, am I grounded? Am I here and now? Am I solidly in my body, in my heart space, or is it just anxiety taking over because I'm allowing something else to come up to the surface and take control over me? Claire says, I feel sad that we take so much from Earth. Humans dig and dig to build higher and higher. How can she cope? Well, to see, Claire, thank you for bringing this up. We humans think that we mean so much, that our actions can change everything. And yes, partially it's true. But then if Mother Earth decides that's enough, all she needs to do is shaking up a little bit her earth element, and everything's destroyed. All those buildings, all those high buildings with deep roots, completely disappear underwater. They break within the earth shaking. They can be burned within the fire. So I think the earth knows how to take care of herself, and she's sending us signals. Enough is enough. And just like you said, I feel that it's a trigger warning. And if soon we won't wake up, just like you're trying to wake up here, people, we may experience a totally different experience and a totally different side of Mother Earth. She's already showing us with the burning ring of fire, with all the earthquakes, with all the crazy weather like we have here in Ireland, that it's time to connect with her and start to think of her as a living body, not just something to deplete and take from. Absolutely. Thank you for that comment. I so agree with you.
Yeah, and you're so right that we as humans and partly it comes to the rise of our civilization, the Roman Empire, Christianity coming and stuff like this, when um, when the powers that be said, "Oh, we as humans, we are so strong. The earth is ours now, and we can use it, and we can use it as we please."
Yeah.
And what's missing there is actually stewardship. People watch their own square space where they live in as their house. Most of them look pretty good after it, but they're missing the big picture that the house is not our house. No, the planet is our house, is our home, is where we live. And if we're not doing a good job in maintaining it, it will lead to, well, like you said, and I would definitely call it a thing like mass extinction when it becomes uninhabitable for humans, and when we go away, would be a blessing for the earth. And the earth has all the time to heal itself.
Yes,
Uh,
COVID was the
we are
best
we
example of
are
it.
we are I think humanoids roam the earth from maybe for 500,000 years, but the earth exists billions of years, so 500,000 years is nothing for the earth.
Yes.
I mean, 500,000 years, every bit of trace of us will be deep deep below the ground, will go to the earth's core and be within. So
However, the actions of the modern man are definitely speeding up that process of destroying. Um, Iron Fire Horse mentioned here about all the crystal mining. This is starting to be a big issue with the new age being on the rise, with crystals getting more and more popular, which is great that they finally come up to the consciousness because it's the part of the process. But the way it's done is not always sustainable for the Mother Earth. And Iron Fire Horse says, I know a few folks who have an incredible abundance of crystals who go on cruises often, cruise ships to do more damage to poor oceans. Makes me sad. Yes,
yeah.
totally. I feel you.
And I'm not judging here, but cruise ships are really all big ships on Earth with their dirty diesel oil where they run on, are a big burden on Mother Earth, and a big burden in our atmosphere, and we breathe the gases that come out of it, and they use all the oxygen and everything. So yeah, definitely not not happy with cruises. I think they're boring too, actually. Most cruise ships, I can imagine. I had a friend who loved to sail the Mediterranean, and that's a whole different story, of course. Small,
Sailing is totally different
yeah,
without any motor. Okay, but we brought some kind of heavy energy.
yeah. Let's
So
bring some
let's
light now.
brighten up a little bit.
Right enough.
Quickly,
Yeah.
astrology wise, the
Yeah.
element of earth. There are three signs, and we'll definitely breed it with tarot a little bit later. But the earth sign, the Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. Taurus is the fixed earth, where it corresponds with pleasure, with values, with sensuality, stability for consistency. Virgo, which is immutable earth, is service, healing, systems, care. And the Capricorn, which is the cardinal earth, talks about structure, the ambition, responsibility, time, mastery, legacy. All of those signs are about discipline, authority. So if you have an earth element in your birth chart, it's about the practical intelligence. It's about reliability. I have problems with speech today. As well as grounding and needing to ground.
Yeah. Claire is a Taurus.
Mm, yes.
Yeah. And we just came out of Capricorn, 21st. So we're a week out of Capricorn now. We're in Aquarius. So
Mm.
a lovely air sign. It's the one we didn't have
Yes.
yet.
Somebody important has her birthday tomorrow.
Ooh.
She's not watching today. She's not here, but she'll definitely rewatch it. So happy birthday, my love. And I'm talking here about my dearest, beautiful Magdalena. Mwah.
Magdalena. Happy birthday, Magdalena. Have fun. Make this the best year ever.
Oh, yes. Back to the earth,
Yeah.
because it's an interesting one how we are drifting, how we're
Yeah, we're
hovering about
yeah,
above
yeah.
that
We're
element.
not we're not grounded at all.
Yeah.
but there's a good one. There's a good one. Um, does the Earth want us?
That's a very good and philosophical question. And my answer, the first thing which come to me is if she wouldn't, we wouldn't be here. She would wipe us out in 2 seconds. So I guess it's about finding that sweet spot of coexistence because, yes, there is a lot of damage being done, but there is a lot of awakened people who live according to her laws, according to her rhythm, respecting her. Druids are definitely one of those.
Yeah,
But not only Druids, people who are aware of that if we won't take care of her, she won't be able to take care of us anymore.
yeah,
Because that's that mutual nurturing connection.
yeah. Well, there's actually a good proof that the Earth wants us. She gives us gravity.
That's a good one, yeah.
She's she invites us to be with her, and even though we are, we can be lucid, we can be airy, we can be watery. She's literally carrying us, keeping us here, and oh yes, she wants us.
Yes, absolutely.
Mother Earth wants us. She wants us to be here. Otherwise, we'd be flying to space.
I know something about it, for
Yep.
sure.
Yeah. So that's Earth for us.
Yes, but I think we are forgetting about something really important.
Okay.
Yes. Well, what would be tarot without the element of earth?
Oh Jesus, yeah, we would miss a whole suit.
Yes, a suit
Oh
of
yes.
pentacles
Yeah.
and few major arcanas.
Yeah. 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 I always say that we have indeed we have the four elements in the tarot: the fire being the wands, the cups being the water, the swords of air, and then the pentacles or discs or stones, whatever, of the element of earth. And then the fifth element is, of course, the major arcana.
Mm. I just
And
want to point out that Jan is holding the deck I'm usually working with, the Light Seer Tarot, which I'm
yeah,
absolutely
yeah,
delighted to see here today.
I'm seeing a bit of light recently. The I can tell you that the last four clients I had were treated to a light seers reading, and they enjoyed
I
it,
can see it's growing
and
on
I
you.
I enjoyed it.
Yes, it's a
Yeah.
very intuitive deck.
Oh, it's very, yeah. It was
Mhm.
very. I've worked very hard, and this is very light to work with. So it's
Yes,
yeah,
totally,
yeah,
totally.
and but there were lovely insights, and
Not
I
to
love how
mention,
the
go
yeah,
ahead.
and I love how you can even if you go through them from 1 to 10, they tell a story. They
Yes,
tell a
totally,
story.
absolutely, even
And
visually.
shall we walk through them together and see what story
Yes,
arises? So
I
when
just
we
wanted
when
to
we're
mention that this deck
yeah,
inspired the Tree Seer Tarot as well, because we all have that connection with this deck. And when we saw it,
yeah.
it was clear. Anyway,
Already in
let's
in
go
the
back to those
in the
beautiful
yeah,
cards.
yeah. So we have the ace. The ace, of course, I would say is the root. It's the keeper of the whole suit. So it's not only the beginning, it's also the end. It's the everything. Aces always starter cards. So what does this card mean, Luna?
Sorry,
What can we start?
yes, I was reading Claire's comment here. So I'm sorry I got lost because she wrote something
Okay,
really beautiful.
okay.
Let me show
Sure.
you.
Yeah,
Earth is the heart of it all. All you have to do is move the letter H from the end of the word Earth and add it to the beginning, which Earth turns into the heart. The moment you
heart.
lost me, I was doing the.
Oops. Yeah, 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 yeah,
That's beautiful. Thank you
yeah.
for sharing.
Thank you for sharing, Claire. Yeah, so I was telling that the ace represents. In my work, the ace always represents the whole pack. Is the start of it all, and I was asking you, could you give some card meanings? Where do we start here, or what does this represent?
To me, beginnings, but the ones which are stable, maybe slower, opportunities to gain more abundance, gain more resources, including money, but also time, health wise as well, energy, everything what we can touch, material world, new opportunities within material world.
Yeah. So in practicality, you could say this: when this card shows up, you might be ready for a new job, or you might get a new job offer, or a new home, a new house, a new, even a new car, whatever you like. Uh, it's a beginning, and the beginning of a new journey, and yeah, that's interesting. And then from the beginning, we go from the one into the two. So this is the, as you can see, the juggling, the change that is coming, the change that is created by yourself, because you see that the person, the lady in the card, has kind of control over the two pentacles. What can you say about this card?
This particular card has so many extra meanings for me because you see those two pentacles. One is very tangible, very physical. You can see it, you can touch it. But the other one is lingering somewhere within the spirit of within the realms of spirit. I often see it as past, or when it's about making decision that somebody has to make a decision between something which is solid or something which is within the realms of dreams. So this is such a unique card within this one. But as you
Yeah,
said, the basics of it is choices, to make a choice between
yeah.
something, to make it work between the two things, trying to figure out.
You're juggling two elements.
Yes,
As you can see, what I see in this card is also I see movement. So I call it the change beneficial change. You could say there is a movement from the unseen to the seen, from even unknown to the known, or darkness into light. So it's in my card reading method, the Golden Dawn, we call this beneficial change as as the leading thing.
that's
And
lovely.
then we come to our card,
Yes,
the three seers. There they
yes,
are, one, two, three. The three pentacles, as we call
we
this. That's the name of our friends group before we became the three seers, the three of pentacles.
yes, we were the Three of Pentacles because of all the
Yeah,
teamwork, the shared passion, coming together and weaving the magic, supporting each other and building something.
yeah, yeah. And what you don't see in this card, you see here the stoplights, yellow, green, orange, or red, orange, green. Um, it's teamwork. It's one and one is more than two. It's creating more. uh, in my favorite deck, we have the three pentacles in a triangle with lines between
Again, the
them. So
triangle.
yes, there.
Yeah,
Yeah, and then I call it they're either mind, body, spirit, or when I'm with someone, it's you, me, and the realm of spirit. So that the third is always bringing connection to the highest good. and 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 the lovely thing of the card is that you're not alone in there. It's not your journey on your own. You journey together when this card shows up.
yes,
So
yes.
when and if it's in a work situation, when it's, for instance, negative, we could say yes, you could benefit from a bit more teamwork or a bit more support from the people around you in challenge, when this card comes reversed or in a challenging position.
Mm, yeah.
I love this card.
So do I,
in all that, the meaning of it, just, yeah.
yes, totally.
And then the four
Four of Pentacles.
holding on.
This image is so in your face. You don't have to even know tarot to see what is the meaning of this card here? It's holding on to security, not letting go of something, perhaps as well. Keeping
Yeah,
yourself too small sometimes as
yeah,
well.
yeah. And now, depending on the position, I also say, okay, you're saving up for the future. So it's not it's holding on or holding too much on, which which is one of the meanings of this card. Could be that, but could also be, yes, you're saving up
Yeah,
for dark
gathering
times, for winter time,
resources. Yes,
keeping your resources.
and
And
keeping them
why and why
safe.
should and why should you? Well,
Exactly, because that's what comes next.
that's when you recklessly work with your money. Then you come into, I would say, the resources, the winter resources,
Mhm. Yes. Well,
when the warehouses are empty. Yeah, the Five of Pentacles.
to me, Five of Pentacles is also the card of abandonment. Yes, it's being left, feeling of being left in the cold. But to me, I see this and it immediately talks about abandonment wounds, or feeling left out
Yeah.
without any hope for finding a solution, which is not true, because if you would look closer to this card, everything's there. The key is there, the lock is there. All she needs to do is unlock, have a look around, and take some action towards freeing herself from the misery. But
Yeah.
she chooses to not to see opportunities being presented because she's focused on the pain, the loss.
Yeah, so when this card shows up, it tells about the situation where you're in, the stuckness that you are in, but also the the possibility to free yourself. And it can come as a warning. So do something about this. Stop the procrastination. Stop making yourself smaller. Stop punishing yourself for the things that didn't happen, and start manifesting. That's We are manifestors.
Yeah.
we are conscious. We are magical creators in our life, and
And
when once
here
we
where
start doing it, then
yeah,
yeah, go on.
here's where the script flipped from challenges, from loss, into balance, into flourishing of within equal give and take. I love this card. Six of Pentacles
Yeah,
is one of my favorite Pentacle cards.
yeah, yeah. The keyword in the Golden Dawn is success. So that means being successful means indeed that you have enough resources that you can sharing resources. It also means, yes, being successful in a career. If you're here and this card comes on the table, okay, you already get the opportunity to move on
Yeah.
from this dreadful situation. Yeah, this is a lovely card. All the sixes are good, actually. Yes, don't you think?
Yeah, I just
I
gave it
loved.
a quick thought, and yes, absolutely. I think it's
Yeah,
one of those very well, maybe once as well, but
ones are
definitely,
good. Yeah, the sixes are more or less the heart of it. If you look at Kabbalistic influence in the card, the sixes are in the middle. So the sixes represent the sun, and the sun is, yeah, what brings life and happiness and joy.
yeah.
Six of Pentacles. Then the seven.
I love the image of this card because
Yeah,
it speaks for itself. Planting seeds and waiting for the fruits, waiting for the
yeah,
abundance, doing the work and actually being reciprocal, allowing yourselves
allowing yourself
to
to
receive
receive. Yeah,
the yes,
yeah,
and to slowly but surely move towards
yeah,
the harvest.
yeah,
Patience is the key word for this card for me.
yeah. I have two other meanings. Because you can see that the 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 seeds have been planted, and the warning of this card is, uh, if you take action, you take a risk of succeeding. If you take no action, you take no risk of succeeding, but you're definitely on your way to failure, to not succeeding. So it's look, he's tending his plants and he has the patience to wait. So yeah,
Yeah.
make sure that what you plant, what you sow, gets nurtured, gets its water, its fertilizer, or compost, rather
You can
than
tell she has a
artificial
nice
fertilizer.
garden.
Yes. And a bit of sunlight and warmth and care, yeah, and protection from wind and storms,
Yes.
and there's a good something good coming. Then the eight,
The card
love
of
this one.
mastercraft, and I so love that it's actually images of the moon being used within the different cycles, shows that time needs to pass with this, that time is a key within this particular energy. It talks about becoming a master, that with time, let's say if we practice something, we will reach a higher level. It's just a matter of time and practice here.
Yeah,
Also a
yeah.
card of patience in a way.
In a way, yeah. And what I especially see, if doors are opening up in your life, and doors, for instance, for stepping into new opportunities, and this card shows up, it definitely has a link to passion and purpose, because, like you said, master, it's a very crafty card as well, in my perspective. You know, if you have ever dreamt of reading a book and this card shows up, oh, writing a book and this card shows up, go for it. If you want to go painting, go for it. If you want to create stuff, do it, because this is the sign of the universe that you should make it.
Yes, totally.
Then
I
number
actually
nine,
had a client today who had this card on a table. And
this
again,
one,
no, the nine of
the
pentacles.
nine. Oh yeah,
And again, that's the reason why Lights here is my favorite deck of all, because I love how she reaches for that wisdom, which is represented by that owl, knowing better, knowing and seeing from the higher perspective in a very practical aspect, and doing it on your own, not needing anything else, anyone else, but just trusting that your choices are right. This is what Nine of Pentacles talks about
yeah,
for me,
yeah,
especially this
yeah, and
particular one.
yeah. Yeah, and when this card shows up as, for instance, as an external influence in the future, it could also talk about, for instance, having a promotion or a windfall, or uh, you know, she's reaching for the Bitcoin. So it's yeah, it means, in many cases it means more health, more money, bigger house. It's growth. It's not wealth yet. It's growth,
Yes.
because the wealth is in the final card. That's when the story ends, when you arrive on the 10. And I think, of all the cards, would the 10 of Pentacles be the best of the 10? The
To
10?
somebody who's intuitive and in touch with emotions, to me, Ten of Cups, obviously, it's the happy
Yeah,
feeling.
okay.
But this is more stable
Yeah,
energy. This is
yeah,
prosperity. This is stability. This is structure within every aspect of life. This is
yeah,
security, secure, happy family, home life within even the structures like buildings and all.
yeah,
Home, absolutely.
yeah.
The
Yeah,
reason I like Pentacles is because they're solid and it's the energy flows slower. Yes, it may take longer, but then if it comes, it stays usually. Unless it's a Five of Pentacles, then but
that has to go. Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, but if I say that the two beneficial tens, which are the 10 of Cups and the 10 of Pentacles, the 10 of Cups is still, um, can be either too much or can go easier than this one. This, like you said, this one is more stable. The challenge for someone who gets a card like this is a bit similar also than as the 4 of Pentacles, because stagnant money, stagnant investments. Uh, that's a big no. It's what you do with it, and you see here that the whole family is sharing in what was created. Is
Yes, there is that element of coming together to enjoy what was builded and first planted. Claire says a beautifully illustrated set of pentacles. Love how the 10 of pentacles are the tree of life.
Yeah. Yeah, the tree of life is in the thing there.
Yes,
And I always say in the tree of life that you see a hole in the middle, that's where the wealth goes out.
we need to paint that hole a little bit. And we'll
I
put a
can't
picture on
help
it.
it. It's the desert. It's the place where where the coinage goes out. Shall we go to the courts as well?
Of course, please do.
I have them here. In my tradition, I hope you don't mind.
You
We
know I
start
don't.
with we start with the king, and we end with the page. So shall we do that?
Yes, it'll be confusing, but hey, let's do that.
Hey, and I can probably tell at the end. I'll disclose why I see it this way. So the King of Pentacles. S- Look, he come and that's already he comes with this arrived, and now he is. You see the gray bearded man with the dog
That's obviously your
arrived,
interpretation.
sorted, sorted, stable. Okay, yeah. What I rather not have of this card is that you often see, or often this card is also as arrived but bored, or boredom can come with it, or just a boring character. So that's the element I hope not to be identified with. But it's yeah, stable, rich. Yeah.
Yes,
Tell me
leadership.
some more. What do
Leadership,
you see
being
in that?
able to manage your wealth, prosperity, somebody who actually has prosperity, who worked hard for it, and it's stable. This
Yeah,
is a very stable energy, and that was my doggy moving the camera. She wanted to say
yeah. So stable energy. Love it.
very, yes,
We come to the Queen of Pentacles.
very nurturing
What do you
energy.
make of her?
Yes, nurturing energy, energy of somebody who
Nurturing.
knows how to take care of herself and others.
Yeah,
Somebody who also represents a bit of luxurious side of life. Somebody
yeah,
who likes to enjoy life with all the goodness of it.
yeah. So it's again a very successful card. That's what we see. What I like about the tarot, that it does discriminate. She could have just created her own success, which I love. It's not coming from marrying a wealthy man. No, it's, it's what she creates herself. And one of the things I like about this card, or I often feel of this card, that this card, for instance, when it comes up for a younger person who is worried about the future, I say this is a message from your future self.
Oh, that's beautiful. I like that.
And of course, then the future self says, yes, I have arrived. I made my career. I did it. And that's a beautiful message from this
Yes.
card. This card. Knight of Pentacles. Woohoo. Why is he walking?
Exactly. Because that's that type of energy. Really slow. But the secret to this card is slow and steady wins the race.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, Knight of Pentacles is again very much in this deck also, someone who makes a career, but it's he's not running. He's going through all the phases. He doesn't skip. He doesn't take the shortcuts. He goes the way and
Yes.
takes time. Yeah,
To me, particularly, this card also talks about removing things which are not serving us in within the process of stable growth.
yeah,
You can see how he's letting go of what no longer
shedding.
serves him, what slows his down, and at the end of the day, he's faster than a horse because he's ahead of the horse. So there is
Yep.
not, there is that element of movement there
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah. Then the page. Look at
My
her,
least
happy.
favorite card of the court suits for sure. I don't know. I'm just
Yeah.
Page of Pentacles. It's always
Okay.
a challenging card for me. I
Okay.
love this image with where this person is, the young person is balancing, so trying to find their solid feet on the ground, trying to manage, trying to find balance within and learn how to navigate through the material world.
Yeah, and don't forget, and maybe that's also one of the elements that we can struggle with, because this is a card that also talks about potential, and potential is something uh, you don't have yet. So it's something that should be reached for, and that's a bit of a thing, of course. That's a bit of a challenge in this card, that you have this unfulfilled potential. That there is room for growth, and there's potential for growth. It's in there, so she enjoys it. In my favorite deck, the Toss Tarot, the Princess or the Page of Pentacles actually it represents also as a young woman, and she's a bit pregnant. So that's and when I get it and sometimes an older person gets it too, and then I say, yes, you're and then it comes with the Eight of Pentacles. You're pregnant of this big project you're starting, and but pregnancy and reproduction is one of the things that I see in this card.
Interesting. And Claire
Yeah.
says here, Page of Pentacles setting an intention to manifest for the future, which beautifully aligns with that what you said
Yep.
as well.
Yeah.
Lovely. I love that. Thanks
Yeah.
for sharing.
And why I use this in when I ever open up a new Toss Tarot, this is always the last card in the deck, in a
Interesting.
fresh deck. It's the last one, because the Toss Tarot is Kabbalistic in nature, and the last card in the deck is represented by this bottom Sephira, and that also already means the start of the next one. So when you at the 10, you revert back to the 1 again. That's why I kept this one for last. We're at the end of the minor arcana of the Pentacles, but we're still at the beginning of something new, and she's pregnant of this novelty, this new energy.
Shall
There,
we?
I said it.
Yes. So I think it's not a secret anymore that the last element, which we're going to talk about next week, is
our element, and the element where we're in right now. The
yes,
the
it's
last
the
element,
Aquarius energy.
the Aquarius energy, the energy of the star. Oh,
Yes.
so that's
we
the promise
invite
for
you.
next week.
Yes, we invite you already to join us next week to fly a little bit with the wind, which will be blowing. We both are Gemini, so the air element is our main element when it comes to zodiacs. So I'm looking forward for that one. Thank you so much for being here, for watching us either live or rewatching this anytime and in any place you are. We send you love, we send you light, we send you grounding energy. Remember that it's important to have our feet solidly on the surface of the earth, because this is where everything starts. Remember, we can't grow much higher if we have no roots.
Well said. And thank you so much for that. And thank you for the lovely discussion, Luna. And looking forward to the next.
Yes.
Bye, lovely guests. Bye, lovely viewers. See you later. Bye.